Okay, I just got a message from someone on YouTube, and she said to me, how do I get a job as a TV producer, particularly if I have no experience? Well, it's a good question. So here's my answer, but it's in an anecdote, which often worked the best. When I was in my 20s, I had an idea that I wanted to be a writer. And so I took off for Kathmandu, Nepal. Isn't that where all writers end up? And I bought a little Olivetti typewriter. These are the days before computers or laptops, certainly, but we had a little manual typewriter. And I set myself up in this little hotel called the Kathmandu Guest House. And I had my typewriter, and I had my tea, and I probably had a chunk of hashish about the size of a baseball, and a candle. And I was all set to be a writer. And so the first thing I did was I wrote a letter to this guy, Peter Matthiessen. Now, Peter Matthiessen had written a book called The Snow Leopard, which is all about his adventures in Nepal. And having read that, that's what made me think, well, I want to be a writer, I should go to Nepal. So I wrote this really long letter, like 15 or 20 pages. Dear Mr. Matthiessen, I read your book. I really want to be a writer just like you, blah, 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 kind of crap. And I mailed it off to his publisher. Well, about 6 weeks later, I get a letter back addressed to me in Nepal at the Kathmandu Guest House, and it's a big envelope, and it's the letter that I sent to Peter Matthiessen. But he's written across the front of it with a red magic marker, if you want to write, write, but don't write to me, signed Peter Matthiessen. And that, in fact, was the best advice I ever got as a writer or anything creative. So for you who want to be a television producer, here's my recommendation is take your phone and start to make stuff. It doesn't really matter what the stuff is. Make stuff that you think is interesting. Make stuff about your community, make stuff about your friends, make stuff about your life. Go get some of your friends and make a little fictional thing. Go do some stupid reality show. You watch enough television, you know, do a cooking show. Do a home decorating show. Whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. What I did with the typewriter, you do with your phone, and just make stuff. And in the beginning, like my writing, it's going to be terrible, but it gets better with time. And the way to become a TV producer is to make stuff, because that's what television and cable and online and video and Netflix and Apple is all about. It's all about stuff. And if you want to participate in this fantastic business, and it's an extraordinary business, it's creative, it's wonderful, you can make a lot of money at it, your job is to make stuff. Now, there was a time when you had to get a cameraman, a sound man, a producer, and hire a crew and all that kind of thing. Those days are over. All you need is your phone. So take your phone, turn on the video, and start to make and edit. You should edit on iMovie stuff. And as your stuff gets better, send it out to as many people as you can find. It doesn't make any difference. Send it to YouTube. Put it on your own homepage. Put it on Netflix. Put it on Instagram. It doesn't matter where you put it. Well, you can't put it on Netflix till they let you. But you just put it out there, like being a writer. Just keep writing, except in this case, keep producing video, and slowly, over time, it will get better, or you have no talent, in which case, go learn to sell life insurance.